Hi guys, this is Sadiq and welcome to our channel and welcome Farhan to our channel. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Sadiq, as
Thank,
always.
thank you so much. So today we'll discuss about a film which has received a little or you can say quite a lot of controversy in the last few weeks before it was released due to its trailer. So we are talking about you can see from the title we are talking about Badhaai Do. So Badhaai Do is a film which stars Rajkummar Rao and Bhumi Pednekar in the main and titular roles. And apart from that, the film is directed by Harshvardhan Kulkarni, who also directed Hunter. And Hunter was one of the surprise hits of 2015, and it also was a bit you can say different and unconventional at times, a bit taboo when it comes to its storyline and all. But again, it was shown in an excellent manner, and I think the same could be said about Badai, though I'm not really sure about it. It's Farad, it up to Farad that has it really been to the standards that which is really expected of films that have been coming off late on these topics, and specifically when it comes to Rajkumar Rao films, because he does tackles those subjects. I mean, which are unconventional and taboo, and to a really good extent. So now, coming to Farad, what are your views on this film? And can you just provide us, you can say, a spoiler-free synopsis or review of this film?
So, yeah, thanks, Sadiq. So, as usual, I have written a detailed review of Badhaai Do on my site, Popcorn Reviews.
Ah,
Kindly do visit my site and definitely read my review and let us know your thoughts in this comment section here.
ah,
Badhaai Do, as you can make out from the trailer, is the story of a homosexual man and a homosexual woman who decide to get married to to stop their parents from forcing them to get married to somebody else.
yeah,
So because they aren't straight, so they couldn't reveal that, and the parents are oblivious of that fact
ah,
that they aren't straight basically. So they come up with a plan to marry each other and stay as roommates. So that is the one liner story that is there. And first thing I would like to say is that whoever had cut the trailer of Badai Do should be held up. The marketing team should be held up for this film. Why? Because they did not do justice to the subject. The film actually came out like such a beautiful surprise. I mean, from the trailer, it seemed like a typical small town, film with the same beats in a story with, yeah, okay, you're tackling one issue, you're putting one shadi wala song, and ultimately just formulating a film. Is This is a typical, if I may say so, Ayushman Khurrana genre.
yeah,
He's made a living out of many such films. Like you tackle a social issue, and you just at the end of it just give a little lesson, which seemed to be repetitive. And I was just worried about this film, and Rajkumar Rao, although he's been a great actor, somehow, I mean, doesn't. I mean, he was starting to get repetitive, if I may say so. With all due respect, he was starting to get repetitive, and the niche that he had initially created with film like Shahid or Newton was fast diminishing, and those films were under the shadow of films like, you know, uh, he did like Behan Hogi Teri, or
yeah,
such films, which fall under that small town bracket, tackling some issue or the other. Shadi Mein Zarur Aana, all
yeah.
those films. So I was a little worried about Rajkumar Rao, to be honest. But then this film came as a surprise to me, and this was absolutely out of the blue. And normally when it comes to the LGBTQ community and the representation of the community in Bollywood, it has they haven't done it well. Like in the 90s, there was this strange music that used to come, ta 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 yeah yeah, so
Ah,
that just made it caricaturish. I mean, that was basically, like a funny guy in the film, who's a little has feminist traits, and that was not dealt with sensitively, you know
yeah,
in Bollywood.
yeah,
And I was kind of worried whether are they going to follow the same troop here or not. And here, the discussions that they had, they were real. The
yeah,
landing of the film, when I say the landing, the drama wasn't very melodramatic or loud or wanted to put the point across like in Shubh Mangal Zyada Savdan. That had a similar subject,
yeah,
but this was a better film. This
yes,
had a very soft landing, very gentle, so to say. The execution was with utmost sensitivity. If anything, the flaw that was there, the film was a little too long for me. 2.5 hours was a little too long of a film for me, especially in the middle. It just got a little repetitive. Without that, I mean, this would have been like one of the better attempts. And I am actually surprised, at the conversations that the characters were having, Sadiq, in this film. So I just really love this film, Sadiq.
excellent, excellent, excellent. So now coming to the performances. I mean, for you, I mean, how were the performances in this film?
So the performances, I think I was pleasantly surprised by the supporting cast as well. Although I wouldn't want to call them the supporting cast, everyone was a character in this film. Stalwarts like Shiva Chadda
Yeah,
or Seema Pava, they were excellent. Even Nitesh Pandey,
yeah,
Loveleen Mishra, these are proven performers,
yeah,
and they actually have done an excellent job here. I was very impressed by one actor who made a guest appearance. Hold that. Uh, hold that back. I don't want to reveal who that guest actor was, but you have seen him in many films. Should I give a hint?
yeah, yeah, sure. You should.
He was in Hunter as well. Chalo, I'm not going to give any other hint. He was in the film Hunter. If you've not watched, that will be a motivation to watch that gem. I absolutely loved Hunter as well.
Yeah, same, same. Amazing.
And there was this character of uh, Chum Darang. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. And
Yeah,
she's an actor from Arunachal Pradesh. And it
yeah.
was so refreshing to cast her in that role. It was like a
Wow,
parallel lead, and
nice.
I was so impressed by her. I mean, she was the find of the movie for me. Honestly, so pleasant to the eye and very natural. In her performance. Bhumi Pednekar also did a fabulous job. I think she's quite a good performer, and we only question mark being her choice of films. Her last film Durgavati, I think, was um, a remake and a not so good remake of Bhagamati. So yeah, so the choice of films, I think she needed to be careful. But here again, she's done a pretty good job. She's handled her role with very sensitivity. Um, Rajkumar Rao, what should I say, man? Rajkumar Rao is just like a poetry on screen. He's just so easy to the eye and so natural, and the amount of emotions that he brings to even the simplest of scenes is amazing. So he uplifts a scene. So it may not be so well written a scene, but he uplifts it with his performance. His performance has always been good.
True.
My complaint that earlier that I had said that wasn't for the acting of Rajkumar Rao. It was for again his choice of films which were repetitive, but here he was beautiful. I mean, if you watch him in the pre-climax here, the way he breaks down, in that the way he cries. I mean, it's so touching. I mean, amazing, amazing, yeah. And I'm just so impressed by his performance here. And again, another key aspect that I want to touch on, Sadik, is the music here. I think the music is highly underrated here. I mean, it deserves a playlist of its own. I mean, yeah, there is a one song that is the Shadi Wala song, which was okay. But other than that, I mean, some of the melodies that are there, I think by Amit Trivedi and Ankur Tiwari, if I'm not wrong, he's the other music director. So it's so melodious. I mean, that last song that is there in that climax is so beautiful. I mean, it stays with you, and so this was
Great.
pretty nice.
Excellent. So now coming to the other aspects of the film. So what do you think of the music and the cinematography and direction of this film?
Music, I have already shared my opinion. I think it was very beautiful and deserved a soundtrack, deserved a mention of its own, playlist of its own. The cinematography was okay, decent. Direction was very good. Uh, Main reason for the direction to work is the handling of the subject. You have to be sensitive. The conversations that were created were real. It wasn't just for the sake of it. These are real conversations that we are
Yeah,
having, and veiled as a comedy, by the way. The humor was witty here. It wasn't like below the belt, or I felt awkward while laughing on certain sequences. While it was offensive, the humor wasn't offensive here throughout, which is creditable in such a film. You can be witty without being offensive, and then this is, I think, the epitome of that. So I think it was beautiful.
excellent, excellent. So now we are almost at the end of our review. So before we conclude, so I'll ask Farad for the rating. I mean, what would be your rating of this film?
So my rating for the film would be 3.5 out of 5, and I just want more people to watch this film and appreciate it. At the time of recording this review, the IMDb rating has slightly improved. It is 5.5 now. So people are accepting somewhere. So if not in the theater, it will be premiering on Netflix pretty
Netflix.
soon. But I want this film to be watched and not just be dismissed. I think people are become far too dismissive. If anything is outside their belief zone, they just dismiss it without even watching the film. That should not be the case. You watch the
Unfortunately.
film, you dislike it, that is fine.
True.
That is fine. You are entitled to dislike a film after watching it. But before watching it, if you start forming opinions, then that is the death of it.
True.
So please, again, if you enjoyed our chat, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And Sadiq is, I think, doing an excellent job also, and he's putting in a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Uh, so do subscribe to both the channels, Filmactico reviews as well as Popcorn reviews. Do like, share, and subscribe. And am I eating into your lines, Sadiq?
No, 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 not at all, not at all.
You
So
can end the
yeah, yeah.
You can put the final word.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Farad, for providing your valuable feedback for this pivotal film, I would rather say, because it does tackle a very important social issue with in quite a witty and quite a smart manner. So thank you so much for providing your reviews, and thank you so much, guys, for uh, I mean, being so consistent on our channel and providing your love and your affection to our channel. So thank you so much. And I would also request you to please check out Faraz's review, which I have also provided in the description below. You can also read it out on his website, and you can also check out his channel, Popcorn Reviews YouTube channel, where he is providing his reviews on different web series and different films and all. So you can also check that out. So thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much, Farad. So guys, please do like, share, and subscribe our channel. And you can also provide your valuable suggestion and valuable feedback in the comment section below. So thank you so much, and thank you, Farad, also. And take care.
Thank you, Sadiq. Thank you. Take care.